Okay, we got a bigger blade. What's happened is one door is jammed underneath another. So I'm having to cut the doors. Hi, and welcome to kind of a special little bonus thing. We had not planned to do this one, but we figured we better tell you about this. So sometimes RVing is a lot of fun, and sometimes it's not. And case in point was last Friday. Our daughter and her husband are moving back east for him to go to school. And they asked us if we would come up and help them in the final push to get their home ready, which we agreed to. And it was Easter weekend. So we thought, well, let's just take the RV up. It's a little bit less expensive. We can stay in the RV park that's not far from their house. And instead of $200 a night, it'll only be $60 or so a night, plus of course the gas, there's that. But so we fired up the RV and we were within about 10 miles of our destination when something happened. And
so I was gonna pass another vehicle, and I pulled over. It was just 2 lanes on the freeway at that spot, and I pulled over, and we heard a thump, and
the motorhome was felt like it was swaying, and
then
we thought that you'd blown a tire.
Yeah, you said, "Oh, did you blow a tire?" And then I looked in the mirror, the side mirror, and I saw a car spinning, going over on the side of the road. And so I thought, oh, I hit somebody. And so I pulled off immediately, got out.
Left breakdown lane.
Yeah, in the left breakdown lane. And got out and ran down to the car to see, how,
and I called 911.
How bad it was. And I got there, and it was amazing because the driver was not injured at all. The car was totaled. It broke the front axle. It messed up the car pretty bad.
But she
was not injured at all, which was amazing. And we were not injured. So
the RV and the Jeep both sustained damage, but they were both drivable.
Yeah. Her car was not drivable.
Her car was not drivable. The person that was behind her stopped, and then within a few minutes we had the Payson, Utah Fire and Rescue, as well as Highway Patrol there, and it was all taken care of in a pretty timely manner. Yeah. What we did find out, the officer helped us to move off the freeway, and he noted that the Jeep was tracking a little oddly. Well, we got pulled over and stopped and discovered that the tow bar was broken. You can see here in this picture, one of the rings was just broken off completely. And so the Jeep was like, woo, but that could have been really awful had the Jeep let go, but it didn't. And we have a Ready Brute tow bar that we've had for a long time actually, and that thing held. The one held anyway. Yeah. So the Jeep didn't go anywhere, but it did get some pretty nasty side damage, but the doors were openable and lockable. And
the Jeep was drivable.
The Jeep was drivable. So as well as the motorhome. The motorhome sustained damage on the bay doors. You can see that the next to the last one was jammed into the last one. We got pulled over into a larger parking area off the freeway, and once the officer cleared us, we disconnected the Jeep from the RV, and I drove the Jeep the rest of the way.
Of course, I got a ticket too.
Oh, he got a ticket. He definitely got a ticket. But you know what? It's okay. It was our fault. So the next problem that we had was that we couldn't open the bay doors. Like I said, there were, one was jammed right into another, and there was no way.
One of the bays, it wasn't a big deal.
Right. The other one was our electrical cord.
Our electrical cord. So that one we really needed to.
So we thought about, we do have the battle wearing battery, so we thought, well, maybe we can go without it. But it's like, in case it gets too warm, we had Phoebe with us, and we wanted to make sure we had the air conditioners. It was like, so we were kind of panicked. So we started quickly looking up our phone to see if there was any body shops or collision shops nearby, and there was. There was one called Innovative Collision Repair in Springville, Utah. We tried calling them and they didn't happen to answer, so we just took the RV over.
Took the motorhome right over there.
And you went in?
Yep. Found somebody,
Turns out it was the owner.
Yeah. And he came out and took a look, and I said, we're not looking to get anything fixed to be the way it's supposed to be. We're just trying to get access to this particular bay so that we can plug in.
Sever the door off. Sever the door off.
It took him about an hour, and he and his dad and a couple other people were working at it, looking at it, and eventually they just cut the hinge and then undid some bolts on the inside to free up the door, and they were able to pull it off, which was great.
Innovative Collision Repair in Springville. Just Nate, the owner, and his dad Ron were amazing, and they wouldn't take a dime.
Yeah, they said, we don't want money. Give us a review on Google.
Give us a Google review. So if you go to Google and look up Innovative Collision Repair in Springville, Utah, you will see my 5-star Google review to thank them so very much for helping us out of that jam, literally, jam. So what have we learned? Why are we even telling you all this? Because, it's like we could have just hidden it, not said anything.
But really, the reality is, sometimes accidents happen. Sometimes it's your fault. Sometimes it's somebody else's. And in this case, even though the person that we hit could have been really mad and very upset, she was nice.
She was
and
kind,
it made it a lot better experience. So whether you're at fault or not, just be calm and work things out.
Right.
And that's
I don't think I've ever had a group hug with people that I've been in an accident with. That's how it worked with this lady. She was very, very sweet. Even a safe and experienced driver who hasn't had an accident in decades can make a mistake. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
We were in heavy traffic, and there's the 2 mirrors. There's the regular mirror, and then there's the convex one underneath it, right? Plus, we have the backup camera. Plus, you got to watch the traffic ahead of you.
Now, the backup camera is not just a backup camera. When I put the turn signal on, it switches to a camera that's on the side that I'm going to turn to. So it helps as far as being able to see on that blind spot, on that down that side, to make sure there's nothing in the way.
But it isn't always easy in fast traffic, in heavy traffic, and there is a lot of heavy traffic on I-15 in Utah. It isn't always easy to check and recheck. So here's what we've decided to do.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Peggy that I'm going to change lanes, and then I'll check mirrors. She can see one of the mirrors, the convex mirror in particular, pretty easily from her seat, and she's going to check the video camera as well. And then if we both agree, then I'll move over.
Right. So it's a little bit more tedious, I guess, but it's going to help keep us safe.
Yeah.
So if you do drive as a team with a partner, then make a plan so that when you're in a situation where there might be multiple things going on, the person in the passenger seat, like I wasn't paying attention. I was doing something else. I think I was editing. I don't know what I was doing, but I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't helping him. So I bear responsibility in that as well, because it's important that in those kind of situations that we're both situationally aware of what's going on. So that's our number 1 tip. Make a plan so that you can avoid that kind of mistake.
Yeah. When we were coming back home, I noticed that when a car got to about the place where I hit them, I couldn't see them in my top mirror anymore. That's the beginning of the blind spot for that top mirror. And so checking both mirrors is absolutely critical.
All right, number 2, keep checking the lane that you're moving into. Don't just look once, look in the camera and say, okay, we're good. Keep checking those mirrors.
Yeah, sometimes things change more rapidly than what it seems like they should.
And those of us who drive RVs know that people do weird things around us. They cut in front of us. They'll instead of, if they see our blinker on, instead of slowing down and going back, they'll speed up and go by us. They do all kinds of crazy things around large vehicles because they don't want to be behind us. And honestly, I understand that.
Yeah.
I do. I don't like to be behind us either.
But that just means that we need to be a little bit more aware and
go a little slower, be a little bit more aware of the stuff around you.
Yeah.
Really.
Of the whole situation.
All right. Third, if you're driving in a car and you want to pass an RV and you see them put their blinker on so they're going to go over either way, honk your horn. Do whatever you need to.
Yeah, don't be shy about this, because if you're in a blind spot for the driver, if you honk, they're gonna stop, or at least they should stop, and make an assessment again,
Right.
and or maybe even automatically move back over into the lane
Right.
that they were coming from,
Right.
just to make sure that they aren't gonna be in an accident.
Right.
So
make the RV driver or truck driver, whoever it is that you're going past, make sure that they're aware of you. And if they start to make a move that looks like it's going to cause a problem, make sure they know you're there.
yeah.
So as you fire up your RVs this summer, use our experience as a lesson for you, and be safe, have fun, and until next time, Restless friends, you take care.
Bye.